So here we go then, we could be about to get back underway with 12 minutes of racing in the DRS 62 final. Red flagged in the first instance, but we look good to go now, finally, in the DRS 62 final. It is absolute madness heading down to that first corner, but it appears like everybody has got away cleanly. And with 12 minutes on the clock, we are go here in the DRS 62 final. Oakley Keatley leading then ahead of Archie Heron. Keep an eye on Aidan Hassan, kart number 5, with 2 wins already today. Starting the race in 5th place. Keatley and Hassan always giving us really entertaining battles. We'd quite like to see those two going at each other on track. So we complete the first lap, and it is Keatley ahead of Hassan. Evans and Gurney making up 3rd and 4th, but Keatley and Hassan really do love to battle. And we are in for, no doubt, an exciting final conclusion to the event here in GYG. Hassan following Keatley down the hill. Evans in 3rd place. Gurney in 4th. We saw these two absolutely going at each other in clay. Slightly different line there through Devil's Elbow. And Hassan has the better run into the first corner. And Aidan Hassan takes the race lead, started in 5th place, and after a couple of laps is already up into 1st place. But Keatley will not roll over, and you can imagine will come back at some point, but there's a few other karts bringing themselves into the picture as well. Evans in 3rd place, Gurney in 4th. Hassan with a big look over the shoulder. Keatley all over the back of Hassan. Slipstream in the first corner of this race is crucial. Around Club Corner. So here we go. This is where it's full throttle. And Hassan has a couple of tenths over Keatley at the moment, but Keatley will be picking up as much slipstream as possible. Bit more difficult to overtake in this track than it was in clay. We saw a lot of overtakes, didn't we, in clay? Less so here. And is that someone else that's gone off? It is indeed kart 184. So Keatley then getting back past Hassan. I almost feel like these two just let each other past. It's such close wheel-to-wheel racing. They know they're going to get a chance. And look, Hassan right up the back there of Keatley, using that slipstream as best as possible as another kart goes off. This time it's Cross in the grass. So Hassan having to settle for 2nd place at the moment. But look at this, getting the better racing line and retaking the race lead. So Aidan Hassan back up into 1st place. But Keatley glued to the back of that kart, and we'll just await for the next opportunity for him to make a move. Another lap completed, inside 8 minutes left. And it is neck and neck between Hassan and Keatley, as I'm sure you would imagine. Seven minutes left on the clock. Sabula in 6th place, Evans in 5th, Gurney in 4th, Heron in 3rd, Keatley in 2nd, with Hassan in 1st. And in fact opened up a little bit of a gap in terms of the context between those two, 0.6 of a second. Keatley will struggle to get a really good slipstream with a gap like that. So approaching the halfway stage. This then, the battle for 2nd place, is playing nicely into Hassan's race. This certainly with Keatley under a bit of pressure now for 2nd place. So Heron all over the back of Keatley, who was really challenging for the race lead. Has dropped back now, 1.5 seconds behind Hassan, coming under pressure. Hassan, the championship leader. Oh, and off goes Keatley. So Keatley has gone into the grass, and it was out of shot, so we don't know what happened there, but Oakley Keatley, chances of winning the Grand Prix here in GCG have taken a massive blow. So Keatley just shooting down the order, and my goodness me, drama here then as we're 8 laps into this race, 5 minutes left on the clock, and Keatley ends up in the grass. So Hassan now with a big chance to extend his championship lead and indeed to win another race with a 2-second lead over Heron now in 2nd place, Gurney in 3rd. Sadly, we didn't see exactly what happened with Keatley there. But what we do know is that Keatley ended up in the grass and is now down in 14th place. And that there pretty much ends any hopes there of Keatley getting another victory to his name and to put pressure on Hassan in the championship title battle. Hassan in 1st place, Heron in 2nd, Gurney in 3rd, Evans in 4th, Sabula in 5th. So 4 minutes remain. We have just a third of the race left. We've had drama from start to finish in this DRS 62 Grand Prix. So here you can see Sabula up against Badger. 1st and 2nd place is taken up by Hassan and Heron. Gurney putting pressure on Heron now. Three minutes remain then in this DRS 62 Grand Prix. This is the battle for 2nd and 3rd, just to the right of your shot there. There you can see Heron, chasely followed by Gurney and Evans. Badger ahead there of Powell and Sabula. So inside the last 2 minutes of this DRS 62 Grand Prix. Sadly, the battle between Keatley and Hassan came to a premature end when Keatley spun off. Up now to 11th place, but 16 seconds behind our race leader Hassan, who has been in dominant form, starting this race in 5th place, but with 2 victories to his name. This would be the 3rd of the weekend and the all-important Grand Prix victory. But here you can see Badger and Sepula going wheel to wheel. 90 seconds left until we have our last lap. Inside then the last 60 seconds, Powell looking to put pressure on Badger. It looks like it's all going to go the way of Aidan Hassan into the last 40 seconds now. Heron looking comfortable in 2nd place. Half a second separating Heron and Gurney. There is that battle, and it's a little bit closer than perhaps I gave it credit for. So in then to the last 10 seconds, our lead group will complete their final lap, and then we will have one more lap of the race. So just making his way around, elbows. And there we go then, that is Hassan just starting the final lap of the race. Over 3 seconds ahead then of Heron. Badger ahead of that little battle between Sabula and Powell. This is the last race here at GYG. It is the last race of the DRS 62, the Grand Prix. We had 3 heats, 2 of which were won by this man here, Aidan Hassan, who has been in remarkable form once again. Had to leave the circuit injured yesterday, but was determined to come back. And victory for a 2nd consecutive event. Aidan Hassan crosses the line to take victory here in GYG. Heron coming home in 2nd place, ahead then of Gurney, with Evans coming home in 4th ahead of Badger. Badger then victorious in that battle for 5th place. See the checker flag being waved. And what a great end to the event here in GYG. Aidan Hassan in remarkable form, extending his lead at the top of the championship standings. Commiserations for Keatley, who sadly spun midway through that race. Otherwise, we might well have seen another battle between those two, who were absolutely toe-to-toe in clay. But that then concludes our racing coverage. But if you are watching somewhere at home, wherever in the world you are, we have, of course, the presentation ceremony to bring you shortly. So stick around for that. But in terms of the racing coverage, that then concludes the Daniel Ricciardo Series 2nd round here at GYG.